Let's play Shadow of the Colossus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first part of a brand new series here. Well, first official part, I guess. Last part's kind of intro. This part we are actually going to begin the game. So in case you kind of didn't really understand what was going on in that back little sequence there, essentially, hi, this is Wander. He's our hero. And his maiden here is dead and was sacrificed for supposedly unjust reasons. So Wander came to this land on the end of the world to talk to Dorman, who is up there in some capacity, and Dorman has told us that if Wander, or we for that matter, are to go and destroy all these idols, then he possibly might be able to bring our maiden back to life. However, the only way, I mean, we can't just take out our sword and press triangle jump, by the way. You can't just go over here and just destroy these idols like that. It's not that easy. In order to destroy these idols, we have to destroy the Colossi that they represent. Thus, the title, Shadow of the Colossus. So there are 16 idols here. I would show you them all, but I don't want to get too spoilery for right now. So anyway, what we're going to do basically is we're just going to head off to the first Colossi, and I think that's basically all the episodes are going to work. We're basically just going to do one Colossi per episode. Some may be longer than others, because some Colossi are easier than others. Clicked out to some of the people that have played this game and get an idea, want to get an idea what this run is going to look like. It's going to be a fairly casual run. I am playing just on regular mode. I'm not playing on hard or anything like that. This is Aggro, by the way. He's our horse. I'm going to be playing fairly casually. I know there are, you can find like power-ups in the world. I don't know if power-ups is the best term for it, but you can find ways to increase your health or your balance. That's our little meter there on the bottom. I don't plan on really using those. I mean, unless they come to be apparent and find out, like we find them they're in our way as we progress. We'll use them then, but they're not really something that I come across very frequently, and not something I really heed or look for on too often of a basis. Before we go off to the first Colossus, we're going to show up here. Hop up Aggro. Again, Aggro, that's our horse, Wander, just in case you forgot already. Up here, this is what a save point is going to look like in this game. These can be scattered throughout. I think he's actually going to explain to us, or do we not do that yet? Can we not save? We can, okay, cool. So if you go up to these little save points, you press circle, you can save. Another point I should make, actually. I am playing this, I am playing this on, oh no, we don't want to do that. We want to save here. I am playing this on the PS3, on the Eco and Shadow of the Colossus collection, so this is going to be in HD in the best quality I can make it. Essentially, the way this is going to work, I guess, no, this is the HD version. I have played the PS2 version. When I got my PS2, it was like one of the very first games I played and beat was Shadow of the Colossus, and I decided that for the sake of quality, for the best, so that the LP could be the best quality for you guys, I decided to pick up the PS3 version. Well, I didn't have a PS3 at the time I got my PS2, but I ended up getting a PS3 for other various reasons, and I found, well, if I do want to do Shadow of the Colossus, why not pick up the PS3 version. So I just finished my practice on the PS3 version not too long ago, so I am ready and willing to go ahead and take on this PS3 version for a Let's Play. So as you mentioned earlier, actually, if you are in the sunlight and you use your and you hold square, you can use your sword to point light. The light, kind of like this, is going to get either bigger, more widespread, or smaller spread like that. Essentially, when it vibrates and when it's kind of like spread like that, that means that's where the Colossi is. So you basically you're going to be using that as your way to find the Colossi. You also have a map. So in case you get confused at any point of where you might be, the Shrine of Worship is right there in the middle. That's where we started, and you are marked by the arrow there as well. So you are free to explore the map as you please. The nice thing about this game is you can, like I said, you can just freely explore. Not something I really did in my playthrough, my various playthroughs. I just kind of went right for it, just because that's what I felt like doing, and I really wanted to get into the Colossi and really just get going. So that's kind of what I did. And that's what I plan on doing for this LP. If I find stuff along the way, there is like one instance, I think, where I do want to go, like, maybe find some extra, like, there is like one area where I want to find some extra stuff, but until then, I don't think I really have any set instances. In case it wasn't clear already, before we get into this first battle, we're actually getting close to the first battle. Down there, we have our sword, we have our arrows, we have our hands. That little pink circle there is our balance meter. That's going to come into play in situations like this where we're climbing on stuff. If you hold on for something too long, your balance meter will start to go down, and if it hits the middle, you will fall off. That's also going to be our breathing meter underwater. So if we're underwater, which we will be at certain points of the game, we're going to be low on breath. and that'll show us how our breath is, how our breath is going down. And that little red meter down there is our health meter. In case that wasn't clear, most games generally, show off a health meter as a little red meter, so that's what it's going to look like. So you can hold R1 to climb on things. You can press triangle to jump. You can also, well, actually, the game will show us that in a little bit. So that's basically. Oh yeah, and you can adjust the camera. The game's been telling us a few things here and there. I really don't. I think I can explain them to you guys in case you don't really understand. But they are there for you. So if I forget to mention anything, throughout the video, they've been scattered. So I hope you guys get an idea of if you're playing along. I hope you get a good idea of what you're doing. So right here, actually, if you press R1 at the same time, R1 and triangle at the same time, you can do a little roll. So pretty helpful. It's gonna be helpful later on other boss fights as well. Colossus are gonna have some pretty quick hits that you need to be able to get out of the way. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and hop up here. There we are. This game has been criticized a bit from what I've heard on its control scheme. It is a little bit different, so I will keep that in mind. I did keep that in mind the first time I played it, but this is my third playthrough now, so I've pretty much well adjusted to it. But if it is your first time playing, which I hope it is, if you're playing along, or even if you're playing along for like your third time, whatever, I hope you're enjoying it. But if you're playing along for the first time, I understand that it is a little bit difficult to get used to the control scheme, but I feel like it shouldn't be too terrible. Anyway, let's go ahead, and this is our first Colossus. I remember my first playthrough, when you first encounter this first Colossus and you see him walk across the screen like this and you realize how huge he is in comparison to you. That to me just like, that was when I knew that this game was something special. This game was very different. So anyway, first Colossi here, or first Colossus I should say. Our main plan of attack is we're going to want to chase after him. If you hold L1, you can focus the camera on him. We don't really need to do that too much for right now. If we chase after him, we can see there's a little fur patch here on his left leg. If we go ahead and jump onto that, we're going to climb up onto it. If you use your light thing on the Colossus, you'll see where his weak point is. I won't be doing that very much because I know where all the weak points are. But anyway, right here, this is his weak point. If we stab him in the lower thigh like that, we're going to do it twice actually, he'll start to fall over. When he does, can now. Oh, he's standing back up. Okay, that didn't work out as planned. Okay, can I? Okay, there we are. Let's go ahead and hop back up here and stab him in the leg again because apparently that didn't work out so well last time. So let's go do that again. Come on. Okay, all right. He's gonna take us around a little bit. That's where the balance meter comes into play. You can't, you can't just straight up stab him whenever you want. You kind of do have to, keep in mind you are gonna be off balance at points. He is gonna. You are a giant, Colossi who is basically, a large landmass. You got to keep that in mind when you're trying to scale your way up his body. And that's basically what you are doing for the majority of these Colossi, is you're scaling your way up their body. You're trying to find where their weak point is and make your way up. So our balance meter, like I mentioned, is pretty small, and we will get some upgrades for it later on. Not through direct means like some of the game will be doing for us, but if you just stand still in any given place, it will regain. So just be careful. Don't get too hasty when you're climbing, because you do just take some time, let your balance get regained, because you're going to want to hold on to it. It is pretty important. This first Colossi, being that it's the first one, it has some pretty convenient little balconies, I guess you could say, on the back of them here. That's very nice for them to get an idea of, oh, thanks, Pat. I do need some time to kind of adjust. So he's going to start shaking up a little bit here. That's where, again, balance meter comes into play. You got to be able to just, balance your time and keep your marker up, or your meter up. Anyway, so his first vital point here is on the head. The Colossi vital points are going to be marked by these little marks on the top. It's usually going to be on the top of their head, but it does change depending on the shape of the Colossi or their form of attack. Basically, you just got to find their vital point and just go ahead and hold R1 to hold on, and press square repeatedly to stab. And that's actually it. That's the first Colossi. So again, guys, I know it was a pretty confusing first part. There's a lot of stuff that happened. If you are confused about anything, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will get do my best to either answer you directly with a comment or get back to you in the next episode. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.